Hello and welcome. Today is Thursday, the second day of February 2017. My name is Derek, and welcome to the Silver Charts channel on YouTube and the Money Charts channel on BitChute as we take a look at the daily and weekly charts for silver. In about 12 hours later tonight, I'll put up a Bitcoin chart and possibly continuation on silver if anything happens in the next 12 hours as Bitcoin has been continuing to break through, testing it's moving towards the 1,000 level on the BTCE exchange. So, without further ado, let's take a look at this. Yesterday, support found exactly where the previous resistance was once met. Today's action makes it difficult to determine how Fibonacci is going to be playing out since it made a move up to this level on Tuesday. As in, will it be a resistance mark? It's pierced above it, but that still counts as resistance if it goes lower. Is it going to keep going higher without really no resistance or very little resistance? Possibly, but I'd like to see the gains happen by the end of the week for that to be the case. Or are we finding support here? Maybe. I mean, it did uh, break a little bit, and if this is where it's going to bottom today, that's technically where support would be, and that's on the if scenario. Then you have to shorten this time frame out to hourly, 2 hourly chart, even 30-minute chart, and determine how this level is playing out on the break in coordination with, of course, the high from earlier today. Any deeper sell-offs breaking down below here, you're looking in towards this 18 average band, as well. There'll be Fibonacci retracement from this low, as well as the high. Let's take a look at the weekly chart right now with a day and a half or so to go. Probably going to be an up week, not guaranteed, of course, but it's favored to be such when it's already up a couple percent as of this time. Volatility still under 4% and not much time left. It's got a ways to go to come anywhere near what has happened before after 5 weeks in a row that I was reporting on before, where volatility usually got really big. I'm going to report 6 week up gains in a row in just a little bit. But before I do that, as we can see the same thing in here on the break, within this chart though, because it's above the 18 average band, which was declining for some time, this is attempt number one in reversing this towards a bull market. So regardless of what happens now, resistance has at least been established. If this goes down from here, I'll be looking for a break of this level. And if it goes higher than wherever resistance is what I will notify that to be. And yeah, so past times it's had 6 weeks in a row. Well, the last one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one here started from the 18 average of lows, and this one started at a bottom point. For it is now just getting past the 18 average of highs, which was the case in the second week back in here. Now let's take a look at some historical data. I'm going to present it as I received it on my spreadsheet, which includes the amount of times since 1968 in which the silver market has had 6 consecutive up weeks. I'm going to go through each column. The first column represents the order in which it has done it. So the first time, and then the 26th time was the one last year. So this would be the 27th time of 6 up weeks in a row if it can hold on to its gains. This was the week in which it finished off its 6-week run. This is the gains in which it had during the 6-week run. This was the closing price at the time, and what the following week's price was, and how the gain was or loss. And if you would start with the 100, how your bankroll would be just playing the week after. In this case, you're down small, but it all occurred, of course, with the move in 2011, which followed the 6-week up move, bringing the price to 47.84, and then closing that week on at the levels of 35.29. So generally speaking, there's been a little more down weeks than there have been up weeks. I counted 11 earlier. And the overall gain for going long or short, when you see numbers at this, is really irrelevant for the most part. As far as the largest gain is concerned, this one here kept going larger. It got up to 10 consecutive weeks in a row. And there has been a few nines. Other key things to point out as well, you can see the level of some of the gains. There's a situation where it doubled in 6 weeks. And even higher gains like 44%. There's a bunch of 30s even more recently that have taken place as well. And you can also see in time frames where in here you had March to May where it happened twice. We can see in 2004, 2 collections of them took place, as was the case throughout many. Like in the 73, there was 3 of them in which had these situations. So when these things can get going, you can have situations maybe of like 40 weeks where it goes up in 30 of them, which I'm sure a lot of these did have within it. So thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.